Noise canceling headphones are great for long flights and getting some studying done, but do they have to cost hundreds of dollars, or can you get a great set for 50? Today we're going to talk about that. What's up everybody, and welcome back to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan Nelson, and today on the review table I have the Abingo BT30NC, a pair of wireless noise canceling Bluetooth headphones that can be had for 50 bucks and have some seriously good quality for their price. Today, I'm gonna give you a walkthrough of everything that comes in the box and give you my real world experience with these headphones, telling you what I like about them, what could be improved, and giving you my honest opinion as to whether or not you should pick up a pair of these for yourself. Before we get started, if you like the content at the end of the video, I'd love to get your subscription and a like, but let's not waste any more time and let's talk about these headphones. Now, wireless earphones are everywhere. You've probably heard of the Bose and the Sony, and a lot of companies make pretty expensive high-end noise canceling headphones. But like everything else, more and more companies are coming onto Amazon and selling versions that can be had for much cheaper, and in my opinion, can do almost as good a job as those name brand products. Now, in the past, I reviewed these Tautronics noise canceling earbuds, which have honestly been such a great product. I have used these daily for the past 8 or 9 months or so in the library at school to get studying done, to be able to focus on my work and hear lectures or hear music without hearing all of the talking and stuff going on around me. There's also planes constantly flying overhead at my school, and so these drown out that noise as well. I can even take them outside and study with all the birds chirping and the lawnmowers and everything, and really focus and not hear all of that. So noise canceling technology can be had really cheaply. I think these were like 30 bucks, maybe 35. So these Abingo headphones are the same kind of principle. They perform active noise canceling, which means they listen to the incoming sounds in your environment, and then they output a noise that cancels out those frequencies so that you don't hear them. It's not just passively muffling your ears, but it's actually electronically trying to cancel out frequencies and sounds around you. Now, this is not a perfect process, and no matter how much you spend on headphones, they're not going to cancel out the sound of someone talking right next to you. They do really well with low droning sounds like airplane noise, lawnmowers, kind of people chattering in a library at a low volume, stuff like that. They do really well at canceling out. They're not going to cancel out clapping, 10 feet away from you and stuff like that. So let's take a look at these Abingo headphones. So I always start out with the package itself. I think if a company puts the time and effort into packaging their product well, it says a lot about who they are and the product that they've made. And this is something that you would probably see in a store. That's usually high praise for me on this channel. Nice glossy finish, listing of all the features on the box itself, listing of more features on the side. They've even got a barcode on the back, so if you wanted to put this in your store. And I was trying to figure out how to pull this out of here, but it actually has a magnetically opening clasp like that. Again, this feels very well done, and it feels like something you'd find on a much more expensive product. So opening it up, you've got this kind of cover piece of paper right here that has a drawing of the headphones, and then you have the headphones themselves, and they're in this really, really nice hard, can you hear that? Nice hard backed case. So if you want to take these traveling or store them in luggage, they are not going to get abused at all. This is a really, really high quality case. I did not expect this when I purchased the headphones. So let me put the box over here. We'll open this up, and you have the headphones themselves right there, and then you've got a little pouch right here, and I've actually got them in upside down. You've got a little pouch right here that has all the accessories in them. So we'll pull out the headphones first, and we'll talk about their construction in a second. As far as accessories, you're going to get your standard USB charging lead. It does have USB-C, which is nice. You're going to get, this is a little converter if you want to listen to music. I haven't even opened this because I don't have a use for it right now, but I'll open it right now. This is something to convert stereo into a single mono jack. So if for some reason you found yourself in a situation you'd need this, they include it. Maybe in other countries that's more prevalent. I've never seen a use for this here. They also include a 3.5 millimeter aux cable. So if your battery ran out or you just wanted to use these as wired headphones, you have the option to do that as well. And then of course you've got a little user manual here that explains all the features of the headphones. It's pretty brief, it's pretty simple. It's not the best manual I've read, but it's enough to get started with these. So we'll put the case off to the side and we'll talk about the headphones themselves. Quality wise, you've got an all plastic construction except for the band on the headphone itself. Very, very nice padded ear cups. I've had these on my ears for probably 4 or 5 hours at a time. No ear fatigue at all. Now I can't hear you at all, so I'm gonna take those back off. But very, very, very comfy on the ears. You can see lots of good squish there. I wouldn't pull these too far. Again, plastic construction, they're $50, so I wouldn't test the limits of their strength, but there's definitely some give there if you have a bigger head or a smaller head. You can adjust the bands out to pretty good distance. No worries fitting these on me or my wife. Plenty of adjustability there. And then on the bottom, you have your USB-C charging port. You have a light indicator right there. You have your plug in for the aux cable, and then you have a button to turn the noise canceling on or off. And we'll talk about that in a second. If you want to use these Bluetooth, which I imagine most of you will, it's super easy to get them set up. You just have to turn them on, which is this large button on the side here in the center. You click and hold that for a few seconds. They will power up. You'll hear them power up in the headphones. And then the light below will start flashing. Can you see that? It already paired. The light's already off. There's a light there that'll flash and say it's in pairing mode. Just go to your phone, select them. Piece of cake. Speaking of controls, on the same side as the power button, there's a plus and minus for the volume. They're big clicky buttons. So these aren't like touch sensitive, these are actually tactile buttons, so keep that in mind if touch sensitivity is important to you. With headphones like this, I don't think it would be, but just so you know. I failed to mention there's a little bit of padding up here at the top as well. The sides of this bracket are hard, but there is some padding on the top. Again, these are really comfy. Comfort is not something I would worry about with these headphones. If you want to use the noise canceling, you don't have to always use it because it will drain more battery life, not substantially, but it will use up battery life. You just flip the noise canceling switch right here on the bottom, and the noise canceling will be activated. You could even use the noise canceling without any music playing. So if you just wanted to drown out atmosphere noise without actually listening to something, you do have that option right there. Speaking of battery life, these have 16 hours of charge if you're actively listening to music. If they're in standby mode and you're not listening to anything, 200 hours of charge, which seems pretty standard to me as far as headphones go. That 16-hour number is going to be plenty for long flights, or if you need to use these over the course of a week to listen to music in little spurts like I do, it's gonna be great for that. Last but not least, sound quality on these is fantastic. Lots of good low frequencies. They're not overbearing, they're not exaggerated, but you're definitely gonna hear the full audio spectrum with these guys. Mids and highs are clear, nothing that's gonna stand out. You're not buying these for audiophile quality, but for 90% of users, these are gonna be really, really good sounding. So who should pick up a pair of these? Honestly, anyone that's looking for noise canceling headphones and doesn't wanna drop a couple $100. You have a couple options between these over the ear and the earbud style. These are definitely more comfy than earbuds, I would say. I don't use these at school as much because I do my hair for school. I'm wearing a hat because my hair's a disaster thanks to Corona. But normally I wear earbuds because I don't wanna put a headband on my hair because I use gel. But if you're traveling or you don't really care about your hair getting jacked up, these are gonna be way comfier than the earbud style. They also, I think, block out more because they fully cover your ear than the earbuds, so that's another pro of these as well. Try them out. I mean, they maybe won't be 100% of the noise canceling of the more expensive brands, but this is gonna get you 80% of the way there. And for $50, you really can't knock it. If you wanna grab a set of these, there's gonna be a link down in the description. You can buy through there and support the channel. I would love you for it. I would also appreciate if you subscribed, liked the video, share a comment if you have a pair of these or another set of earphones that you really like and you'd like to see me review on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.